Good morning. This is a Tuesday morning wake-up call. Coffee, beverages, whatever is available to your imagination's content or whatever you have in your own fridge. The smoking lounge will be open. And as always, it is at the back of the bus, so it doesn't offend the people who don't. Up at the front of the bus today, we'll be cruising along at comfortable 70 miles an hour. We have climate control individually set for your captain's seats. Enjoy whatever climate is perfect for you and your imagination. So, up here in the front of the bus this morning, we are going to have a little different intro than we usually have. For Tuesday, to introduce Tuesday's Time Turnstiles, where we go back in the time machine. just working on my catchy stuff. I thought about this and I realized this might be, and I haven't heard this since I was probably a kid. I had no purpose to look it up, and I realize now that I need to find, should be a perfect example of why I want to find what I want to find why I want to be that weathered post with a little sign on it. I mean, just, hey, truth is over there. What you're interested in is over there. I'm just pointing a direction. There might be a little plaque there that tells a story. Maybe it's my voice you hear in your head. Outside of that, well, let's see. Let's see if this makes me think of exactly what I think it's going to make me think of, and we'll get to it. Otherwise, at the end, we'll let you know what our daily lineup looks like. We have that figured out already. Your entertainment on the bus has been chosen and ready to enjoy at this moment. I'm much happier with this system. It appears that we can now print a brochure and tell you what's coming the day before it gets here. Amazing. Just like an airline or any institutional food program, which doesn't instill me with a lot of hope right there. Guys eating it, like cafeteria food? I'm not sure. Just because you can put up a menu for a month ahead doesn't mean it's going to be a good meal.
During the North African campaign, a group of soldier boys had been on a long hike. They came to a town called Bizerte. The next day being Sunday, some of the boys went to church. A sergeant commanded the boys in church, and after the chaplain had read the prayers, the text was taken up next. Those of the boys who had prayer books took them out, but this one boy only had a deck of cards, so he spread them out. The sergeant saw the cards and said, "Soldier, put away those cards." After the services were over, the boy was taken prisoner, brought before the provost marshal. The marshal said, "Sergeant, why have you brought this man here?" "For playing cards in church, sir." "What have you to say for yourself, son?" "Much, sir," replied the soldier. The marshal said, "I hope so. Because if not, I shall punish you more than any man was ever punished." The soldier boy said, "Sir, I had been on a long march."
Now think about the time this was recorded and the thinking. Oh, it breaks my heart. The thinking, the mentality of people at the time to be able to write that line right there. Hold on.
The soldier boy said, "Sir, I had been on a long march for 6 days."
All right, let's see, did I miss it? I make sure.
"What have you to say for yourself, son?" "Much, sir," replied the soldier. The marshal said, "I hope so. Because if not, I shall punish you more than any man was ever punished."
There's a good example of why yesterday I might take the position I do during some of the stand up and fight back music. So I'm a big Stanley Kubrick and other directors, and I'm trying to think, isn't that Kirk? Basically, the story of the guy willing to send everyone to their doom for his own glory. I believe in my entire life I've witnessed what it means to follow orders. And to this day, I would just reference you, what's it, the Milgram experiment, let's torture each other experiment. I promise you I'd be that person who said no. No lab coat gives you the authority to make me do something immoral. Or for me I have to take whatever punishment you inflict on me by force. Of course I do. That's the whole point. You use force. But I don't have to agree. I don't have to whatever. I'm gonna I think we've seen what people following orders are capable of doing, and we need to question orders more. That's all. I think a lot of things are actually designed for our benefit. As soon as you turn them into a forced one size fits all is when the problems arise. One size doesn't fit all. But then there's always these people out there that think, well, it's only this way. And I'm not speaking to anybody personally. This isn't about comments yesterday. I was so proud. And I'm proud that all opinions are for entertainment purposes only. And if that's all we need to reach across the fence and enjoy each other's company, well, then that should be awesome. That's exactly what we're here for, I believe. I do. I don't. And go back 3 months. I was a nut job. I still am a nutball. I'm not saying everything. I don't know. I'm saying all opinions are for entertainment purposes only. This is the side that I resonate with. But I'll tell you what I witnessed with my own eyes, and this is in the comments, that the positive goodwill, love, care, positive, all along the lines of positive energy, the desire to do no harm, well, those things create a package that I can literally see in my comments. So then the evidence is there. Now, to come full circle and get back into it, because we finally haven't got there yet, I can witness the goodwill happening, so we just stay the course, right? We just carry on. But not in the whole carry on till you're doomed, right? Manowar. Carry on, our songs forever. Carry on when I am gone. When the day is done. Forever. Carry on. I think it's the exact, for you, not for your, the people in leadership don't seem to pay the same prices. That's all I got to say. And then I'm pretty sure what this kid's going to tell this guy is going to make me get all gushy again, because I remember, but I certainly forgot that he was going to punish him like some sort of crooked administration would do to service people who don't agree with your thinking on something like easily, especially for the age group, easily beatable issues that shouldn't be part of their even thoughts. They shouldn't have any fear over it because obviously they're healthy, so they just shake that shit off. It's like the flu shot. You know what I mean? I can't tell you shouldn't. My old man swears by that shit. But I would. I mean, seems to me I just don't ever get the shit. So why would I take the shit? That's just my opinion. That's just me on that, because I don't get sick. Like I said, I don't wash my hands enough. And then I just eat my food. I got Pablo. I mean, Pablo licks me all the time. I got so much cat. I'm surprised I don't have a cat disease.
He shall punish you more than any man was ever punished. The soldier boy said, Sir, I had been on a long march for 6 days. I had neither Bible nor prayer book. But I hope to satisfy you, sir, with the purity of my intentions. And with that, the boy began his story. You see, sir, when I look at the ace in my deck of cards, it reminds me there is but one God. The deuce tells me that the Bible is divided into 2 parts, the Old and the New Testaments. When I see the tray, I think of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And when I look at the 4, I think of the 4 great evangelists who preached the gospel. There were Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And when I see the 5, it reminds me of the 5 wise virgins who trimmed their lamps. There were 10 of them. 5 were wise and were saved. 5 were foolish and were shut out. When I look at the 6, I know that in 6 days God made this great heaven and earth. And the 7 tells me that on the 7th day he rested from his work and called it holy. And when I see the 8, I think of the 8 righteous persons God saved when he destroyed this earth. It was Noah, his wife, their 3 sons, and their wives. And when I see the 9, I think of the lepers our Savior cleansed, and 9 out of the 10 didn't even thank him. Of course, when I see the 10, I always remember the 10 Commandments. The 10 Commandments that God handed down to Moses on the tablets of stone. And when I see the King, sir, I know there is but one King of heaven, God Almighty. When I see the Queen, I think of the Blessed Virgin Mary, the Queen of heaven. And the jack or knave is the devil. When I count the spots on my deck of cards, I find 365, the number of days in a year. There are 52 cards, the number of weeks in a year. There are 13 tricks, the number of weeks in a quarter. There are 4 suits, the number of weeks in a month. And 12 picture cards, the number of months in a year. So you see, sir, my deck of cards serves me not only as a Bible, almanac, but also a prayer book.
So, as the bus continues down the adventure it's on, I picked this for one very specific reason. If that's the story you are searching out, there are many places you're going to find it. If you align yourself with the people that would punish someone for not having the correct materials that you recommend, well, that just seems wrong. I'll tell you what I learned. That I wouldn't disrespect this song and this story for all the people who take it to heart. But there were times in there that I wouldn't tell it the same way. Because I know what Angie and I have found. First off, I wouldn't put a name on good. So first chance we did, we put names on good and then said, we claim this good for me. Well, natural law has nothing but good in it. Because I do no harm, what else do I have left? I live in peace and harmony and freedom with my neighbors and loved ones. I mean, that's what I believe we should do. Now, I'm not saying we get to. My utopian vision, which is a pipe dream. I've said that before. Whole point being is the message I want to find is a message of humanity is good from every inch to every piece of earth that's occupied by a human. So wherever we are, I gotta believe what the simple truth is I'm more connected to those individuals as a human being than I've ever been connected to anybody through my rule books. And to wrap this up for this morning and get back on to our up-churchy, smoky adventure in the back of the bus. So, this young man in this song, in the face of harsh punishment from authoritarian leaders above him, possibly through force, showed how his deck of cards was his book. I, for many, many times already have shown you how this program and my love of music. Ooh, man, that mic is good. You can hear me scratching and everything. Crazy. My program is different. Every bus rider is influencing the journey. I'm the only one doing the programming. I don't agree with even everything I do. This morning, this is to make a point. Here's the book I'm taking as my rule book, and then the algorithmic search engine leading me to music I want to listen to. Everybody has a right to follow whatever rule book they want because all opinions are for entertainment purposes only. But instead of trying to shape anyone else's destiny, what we need to do is find the set of rule book, the rule book that works best for us. And it's funny because it's coming out today, the irony. No, it's not. It's coming out next week. We'll leave that for another day. It all has a meaning. The meaning specific to me, and I hope people enjoy or join me. But, yeah, it's all figured out, and the journey will look like nothing anyone can imagine, but it'll be everything, every road I want the bus to go down. And so far, I haven't seen anyone jump off the bus yet, but I'm just saying. There's no change in my direction. So here's the reel. We'll wrap her up. 18. Yep, 2 minutes. Okay. Moving on to business and getting the bus. Well, we've been rolling. I got to go in the back lounge. I have no idea what church is coming. I don't know what up church we're playing. I haven't found it yet. But then the just like this little number here, we're going in the time machine and we're getting some white lines to deal with why. Bam! So white lines and rapture to go back, and it's an interesting little conversation. I rewatched some breakdancing. Oh, I like breakdancing. I talk about it. And then with that, because that goes a little upbeat and happy, that's going to allow me to drop the Harry Mack plus the Secret special, which will probably just be a link on the back of Harry Mack 58. But yeah, Harry Mack broke me. That's why no one's seen it in so long. It's coming back. I'm cool now. I'm cool. That's the whole point of this morning. I'll just talk about it the way I want to talk about it, but I get it. I realize he's not what he could be, but he could be that. It's funny. It's all accurate. I don't think I'm blowing a lot of smoke up anybody's ass on that one. So then we got Blue Jean Blues. Oh, man. That's a Sing to My Baby song. I think I sing in that song. And one more blues song I don't know about yet. But that should be a great day. Gets us my Tuesday time turns. I can't think of the name of the movie. by Christopher Nolan, where half the movie goes forward, half the movie goes backwards with like the worst sound, but it's great. I actually really like Tenant. I really liked it. And the Tuesday time turn styles, because we really just love how things flow off our tongue. Oh, a lot of T words in there. Got to wrap it up. I just took it from there. I'm not that original. You know what I mean? That's what it made me think of it, because I watched like Tenet like 4 times because the sound. I had to watch it twice just to hear what the hell they were saying. But that's an interesting rabbit hole if you like movies. Take care. Oh, wow. Look, I'm just doing all the wrong stuff. Again, take care.